Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope that you guys are enjoying another beautiful day outside. A little bit cooler. I guess yesterday was actually cooler than it is today. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous weather today. I'd probably normally be wearing a short sleeve shirt today, but I didn't want to be shivering all day long, so I put on this longer sleeve shirt today. What do you guys think about the weather today? It's unseasonably warm weather in March and even the end of February. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys enjoy the warmer weather at the end of winter? Do you guys wish we had some cooler weather? Maybe even some snow still? Tell me, what do you guys think about it? I always like to see the different opinions of what everybody thinks. So happy March 6th. Today is day 6 of going live every day. And today's topic is, what do experts typically get wrong? So the obvious choice here is to go with weather experts. So, weathermen are always wrong, or typically wrong about the weather. They can usually get the weather right the day of the weather. I'll give them that, you turn on the weather forecast in the morning. Today's going to be sunny, high of 58 or high of 70 or high of 90, whatever the day's high is going to be. Windy or rain or whatever it is. But, the weather the day of, that's pretty easy to do. You just look at the radar, look at the wind. Weather 7 days out, 5 days out, tomorrow's weather. That's a little harder to forecast. But I wanted to do experts that are something a little more real estate specific. So everybody kind of goes, interest rates are kind of a hot topic in my field right now in real estate. Interest rates have been going up since last fall. Last summer/fall, even since about a year ago now, interest rates started going up. It's kind of been the hot topic in the real estate world. People hate the higher interest rates. Honestly, if COVID hadn't happened, this is where interest rates were in 2019. So this is probably where they would be at right now, maybe even a little bit higher than they are right now. But this is the world we live in, is, 7% interest rates. They're even a little bit lower for some people, depending on their credit, debt to income ratio, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where interest rates are right now. But the experts that kind of predict the economy and where interest rates are going, I seem to, in my opinion anyway, they always seem to get it wrong almost all the time. They like to predict what the Fed's going to do with interest rate cuts. They like to say, oh, the Fed's going to cut the interest rate next quarter, or the Fed's going to hold interest rates where they are, or they're going to raise them at the next meeting. I don't think they really know what the Fed's going to do. Only the Fed knows what they're going to do. The Federal Reserve Bank, if you don't know what the Fed is. They're the ones that set what the federal borrowing interest rate is. And the banks, they kind of go off that. They set their own interest rates based on what the federal interest rate is. But, these experts, the economists that kind of try and guess what the Fed is going to do with the interest rates, I don't think they have any idea. They're just kind of taking their own best guess. They look at the economic data, the jobs reports, the inflation reports, all that stuff. They take a really good guess, their best guess. Sometimes they're right. In my opinion, a lot of times they're wrong. Lately they've been really wrong. They've been saying for months that the economy is going to get worse, that we're going to go into a recession of some sort, that they're going to keep raising interest rates, is what I heard back around Christmas time, that interest rates would keep going up. But they've been wrong. Interest rates have held strong at this 5.25%, 5.5% that they've been at since back in October. So I don't tend to believe the economists. I just, I keep living my everyday life and don't really worry too much about interest rates. If I can afford it, then I buy it. If I can't afford the monthly payments, then you know what? I don't buy it. And in my experience with buyers and sellers, that's kind of their philosophy too. If they can afford the house payment, their monthly payment, then they go ahead, they move forward with the purchase. If they can't, then they don't worry about it. So I feel like that's kind of the philosophy of most people, is that if they can afford the monthly payment, then they'll go ahead and move forward with it. If not, then they're smart enough to not move forward with it. What's your guys' opinion though? Who's an expert in a field, any field, that you think gets it wrong most of the time, or even gets it right a lot of the time? What's your guys' opinion? I'd really like to hear them down in the comments. And I'm trying a new video style. This is horizontal, I guess, sideways, landscape mode, because I want to try and put these videos on YouTube after they're shot. I'm honestly not sure how they'll look on Facebook after I post them. So let me know if they look weird. If they look really weird, then I'll go back to vertical style. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Happy hump day. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.